Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to March's energy update for Yoo-hoo-hoo. Woo! Well, there is a lot to unpack this month, so I'm going to be sharing all three cards I got for the month of March in my annual reading for the collective, which you can find in the Path to Mastery gift bag. Drop gift bag in the comments below, and you'll be sent the link to get in on that program, because there is a tool in the gift bag that you are really going to benefit exponentially, magnificently if you use this month. And that's because this month we have the Death card. Now, don't be spooked out by the Death card. The Death card primarily means transformation. Transformation from one level of consciousness to another level of consciousness. And of course, in the traditional meaning of death, when we die, we go from being in physical consciousness back to non-physical consciousness. But in life, we're always going through little deaths all the time. You could be single and get into a relationship, and that's the death of your single life. It's really about letting go of one sense of your old identity and moving into a new sense of identity. And it can be really challenging to let go of certain aspects of ourselves when we feel that that is part of what makes our life in a way feel stable or be in this kind of just like the known zone that we know. And we're moving into eclipse season, which means that when it's time to change, it's time to change, and things are going to get torn away. Things that are holding you back from moving into your next aspect of self, next level of identity, next version of yourself. It is coming. And the reason I'm giving you all three cards is because I don't want you to be spooked by the Death card, when right after it we have the Eight of Wands, which is huge breakthrough energy, huge forward momentum, sailing forward, things having breakthroughs. It's just a great card to get after the Death card. So it's really about, listen, just let stuff go so you can be free, because this is a card of freedom, moving forward. And we also have the Page of Pentacles cards coming in, which is really like new things physically materializing. In some cases, this literally could be new children coming through, new projects, and it's just the beginning of things. But you really have to let go of stuff that is hogging up your own personal hard drive and making it difficult for you to have that breakthrough, move forward energy. And this month is just a precursor to what's going to be happening in April. But if you can embrace this death process, you're going to have these breakthroughs much faster, and you're going to start to see what's coming in much sooner, the beginnings of new things coming. It's very exciting. Work with this energy. And like I said, the eclipse season is upon us. And so things will get torn away. And I'm telling you about, especially straight at the top, the Path to Mastery gift bag, because in it we have this tool called the de-anchoring tool. Now, DEA for death, DEA for de-anchoring as well. The de-anchoring tool is like nothing else you've probably worked with in terms of things like cutting cords or, ending contracts or, unbinding, and all those usual kind of letting go tools that are out there in the spiritual vernacular. De-anchoring is literally pulling out the little energy plugs that feed the storylines energetically that you're trying to let go of. Think about this. You have a script, you have a light coming through it. This is how like a movie happens. You have a script, you have light coming through it to project it onto the big screen, and then you literally have the PowerPoint that you're plugged into that gives the light that projects through the script and makes the image on the screen. When you get rid of the script, you can really change the movie. When you get rid of the light, when you de-energize certain storylines, but when you unplug, you literally just get rid of that whole piece of the play. And that's what the de-anchoring tool does. It actually takes away a lot of the angst about things like cutting ties or whatever. all those other tools, basically, because you're pulling energy out of it so much, you're not going to feel the pull of it. It's just a total letting go, so you can move into a new bandwidth of creation. And this new bandwidth of creation is coming in. It's coming in hot. Last month, in our Monday Night Awakening calls, we had a new energetic gateway opening up. And right now they're just calling it the 5D plus grid. So it's like the 5D grid, but it's plus. It's like a new bandwidth of something that we haven't even started experiencing yet. And it requires energy. It requires us letting go and stopping feeding these old storylines. It requires the energy of our neural pathways rewiring to generate new storylines. Like basically everything you experience, it's mental, it's emotional, it's physical, because and biological, because you literally need the biological power of your neural pathways to generate the storylines that you will experience. And the de-anchoring tool actually helps all of those levels unwind, so it all becomes available to generate those new storylines coming in. And we start getting the frequencies first. So this month in the conference calls, we started getting these new 5D plus frequencies coming in, and then we have to mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically, and biologically wire up so we can create it, so we can experience it, so we can have it viscerally as an experience. And I think a lot of that is really going to start happening for people in April, but the breakthrough energy is happening right now. And if you can really embrace this de-anchoring, which is basically, it's like cleaning the hard drive. It's like getting your whole software and hardware ready to receive the new programs that are going to render the whole new life picture for you. So don't be afraid of the death card. This is really, we talk a lot about this idea of reincarnating without dying. If you died, kind of went to the non-physical and planned your next life, getting ready to reincarnate, what would that look like? And basically what's getting to happen now is you don't actually have to physically die and then go through the process of like being a child and being reprogrammed, even though we've got this sort of new child energy here. And then like, you know, spend like 20, 30 years becoming an adult so you can actually start to create a life for yourself. This is literally about staying in my body, dropping all the old programming, bringing in new programs, and starting to live a new life. And that's all this new consciousness energy that's been coming in and hitting the planet. We're learning how to make that become a new life. So this is like death, breakthrough, rebirth, right? New physical life. So nothing ever gets taken away that's really within your heart and within your heart's blueprint for you. You cannot lose what actually brings you joy in this process. A lot of people get like, oh my God, I'm going to lose this relationship or this job. But you cannot, the heart does not allow us to lose anything that is truly beneficial for us, bringing us joy, bringing us abundance, bringing us love, bringing us union, bringing us connection. So don't be afraid of this. You probably, from the energies of February, are already aware of what you need to de-anchor, of what you need to let go of in this month. Like, and just be like, okay, I am ready to let that one go, in order to have the breakthroughs that you are really calling for and asking for and pulling in with your heart. It's all there. Like, jump into the gift bag. I have also included, I think, 4 or 5 recordings that take you through this de-anchoring process. So there's like a whole tutorial on it to help you really understand what de-anchoring is and why it is way more powerful than any other debonding, untwining, whatever tool that you've been using. And then I think 4 or 5 guided energetic meditations that will take you through this process. It's a series called De-Anchoring Resistance, and it is going to elevate you up into this next bandwidth of creation so you can really start receiving and moving forward with what is coming for you. It's so good. Like, what is happening, even if on the outside the world is looking pretty chaos right now, use that. Look at all the things that you don't like that you're seeing in the quantum field and just start de-anchoring, because it's not just about de-anchoring from my personal storylines, like my addictions, my bad habits, my dodgy choice in romantic partners, whatever it is. There's the personal stuff, but you can literally look out at your quantum matrix and go, I'm de-anchoring from corruption. I'm de-anchoring from war. I'm de-anchoring from survival. I'm de-anchoring from struggle, from polarity. Those bigger things as well. You can use the de-anchoring tool to really just say, this is like not the world I want to live in anymore. This is not the world I am anchored into experience. You can just elevate out. And I know that sounds fluffy, woo, woo, woo. But remember, you are a focal point creator. Everything in existence exists out there, and what you experience is what you focus on in all of creation, in all of the consciousness of absolutely everything. And that includes your whole experience of the world around you, the bigger picture as well, not just your little me storyline, but how you are experiencing our collective human experience. The death isn't just about my personal death. It's about what are we ready as humanity to transcend and let go of. And we can do it. The energies are coming in to elevate humanity as a whole into a new experience. And all the mayhem we're seeing right now is just for us to go through a selective process and be like, no, not that, because it doesn't matter what religion you're in, what political side of the spectrum you're in, whatever sort of little me identity you have. For the most part, humanity wants the same stuff in terms of, we want not just ourselves, but the world to be an abundant place. We want it to be a happy place. We want it to be a peaceful place. So when we see the mayhem, the carnage, the corruption, wherever you're projecting that, it doesn't matter the storyline. If you focus on the themes and go, I'm going to de-anchor just from corruption. It doesn't matter who I think is being corrupt. I'm de-anchoring from that. I'm going to de-anchor from poverty. It doesn't matter who I think is creating and causing poverty. I'm going to de-anchor from that. I'm going to de-anchor from brutality. It doesn't matter who I personally project and think is causing and creating brutality in the planet or suffering. I can de-anchor from that. I'm going to de-anchor from dysfunction. It doesn't matter whether I'm projecting that on me or the person I'm dating or this friend over there or my family or whatever. It doesn't matter. What if I just de-anchor from dysfunction, narcissism, addiction, all of those big things? If you go into the Path to Mastery gift bag and use the de-anchoring tool, you will elevate yourself into a new bandwidth where there's a lot less of the noise of those gnarly things that go on. That's how we have the breakthroughs, and that's how we create the space. What is life without that shimshammery? Bring in the new, bring in the burgeoning new physicalized, materialized reality. When we're talking about the Pentacles, we're talking about a physical experience. So March is superbly powerful. Get and work with the energies rather than resisting the change that's happening. Pop in gift bag below and be sent the link to get the gift bag. And please do share this video with friends. It really helps me to get these important messages out, and things like the gift bag, which is like pay what you can, like even nothing. And you can get these super duper powerful tools. Every month they put in new stuff. You never have to pay for it again, but I'm keeping you in with the energies that are happening all the time as they're transitioning and shifting, and we're kind of riding that wave. So March is going to be incredible for a lot of people. Have courage, de-anchor, gift bag below, and we'll see you in April. Mwah. I love you all. Bye.